Good day, everyone. Welcome to AFM. This is Afolabi Michael, and today we are talking about preparing for the Armed Forces Selection Board. So I'm giving you 10 steps to prepare for the Armed Forces Selection Board. Before we go further, it is important to note that NDA Armed Forces Selection Board experience varies year to year and RC to RC. So although there might be little adaptations and variation in the future, but regardless, these are most of the things you likely face and things you should put in mind. So it's not compulsory you follow my advice. It's just something that is born out of experience and a lot of research. So to save you some pains of repeating another RC, repeating applying for another RC, maybe simple mistakes or something that can be avoided. So follow me. The Armed Forces Selection Board interviews are attended by those who are successful at the NDA entrance exam, making it to the AFSB list. The AFSB is conducted at the NDA Old Site Ribado and NDA Permanent Site Afaka respectively. The screening process is essential for your gateway to becoming an officer cadet. So what are the steps to take in preparing for the Armed Forces Selection Board? Number one, live a healthy lifestyle. From day one, when you finish writing the EE, please start eating good food. Lot of vegetables. Eat green, and drink a lot of water to detoxify your body. Avoid junks food, smoking, hard drugs and alcohol. Of course, you'll be tested for all this at AFSB, and if detected, you'll be disqualified straight to your house. So live healthy. So to put your body in a favorable healthy condition, get a lot of sleep, because at AFSB you barely have time to sleep, and the only time when candidates sleep is during the day, and that's maybe when they are less busy, their state have not been called for certain medical or certain screening process. Someone they have to sleep on the line, and it's not even a comfortable sleep. We call it cutting 5. Just cut 5 and try to steal the show and sleep, but properly in the AFSB routine. I think the time starts 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, depending on the RC though. But 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you are up and running. You have your breakfast, and the day begins. So please sleep a lot. Don't, some of you that are used to sedentary lifestyle, you get to India and you feel like, oh, else after 1 week your life have almost crashed because you are not accustomed to such environment. So please sleep very well, because at the AFSB you have to adapt. So imagine, even at night where you'll be dismissed late, you must still do laundry. So your sleep is very important at this process. From the day you finish your EE, start sleeping well, please. Number 2, go for medical checkup. Immediately after JAM and EE, it is advisable to undergo a medical checkup to determine your medical fitness level. This will help you to address any medical issues before the Armed Forces Selection Board. So this is good, so you can detect issues that can be corrected easily. People, let's say for instance, somebody that has IBP, skincare issues, maybe body posture, wrong body posture, infections, and these are things that are medical defects that can be easily corrected. And if you didn't correct it and you are not even aware that you know it, and that AFSB you discover that you have such issue, it's too late, you get disqualified and you go home. So please don't end up crying over being disqualified due to medical condition that can be corrected early, weeks before AFSB. So well, you may be asking, I don't have money for medical checkup, it's expensive and the likes. Well, you may utilize free medical checkup programs organized by charity and religious organizations. If you're a military child or ward, or you're related to someone in the military, you should try a military hospital, let them test you according to military recruitment standard. Typically, the medical test is usually conducted at NDA Permanent Site in Afaka, with additional tests conducted at the old site in Rebadu. So this stage include various tests such as the HIV, AIDS tests, BP tests, dental tests, eye examination, physical medical checkup, electrocardiogram, to check heart function, ability rate, and etc. So let's take it individually. The physical checkup. This stage include BP test, height, weight check, dental, and blah blah blah. Okay. Okay, individually, the blood pressure test, which is very very important, because this wipe a lot of people out of the stage, because the first stage actually is the credential stage, where they check your credentials, your books, the required documents you should bring, and if you have found one thing, you'll be sent home. That one just disqualify just few people. But you see this medical stage, by the time the medical is conducted, you can see a state wiped out. Maybe just few people remaining, and I feel like, wow, everybody go through. So you have to pay attention. So this stage, you check your BP, check if it's too high. There is a normal BP rate for at least a 20 to 21 years old. Yes, 20 to 22 years, there's a normal BP range that you must get as a male and a female according to military standard. I think I know, but I don't want to mention it here, but please to make, okay, we have it on the screen. Okay, that's nice. So please make sure if you are able to detect your BP early at home that is high, you take local herbs or drugs that can reduce your. Let's focus more on good foods and local herbs. Or anything, eating green food and having good rest to lower your BP. Avoid use of drugs. So I add guava, moringa, bitter leaves that they reduce BP. You can make more findings on that. I don't know. So if your BP is too high, brother, you're in trouble. You might be called for medical review though. But if it does not come to the normal rate they want it to, you might be disqualified. B, yes, height and weight, another simple but technical stage. Normally you should have weighed in yourself before coming to the academy. Your height and your weight will be checked to check if it meets the BMI. So if you are too short for the military, you'll be disqualified. And your weight also matters. You must have the body mass index. Don't be too tiny, too thin that you can't do something. Be too thin, like, and when I mean being thin, like, you say too thin that the breeze want to blow away and it likes. So that's it. So for the dental examination, okay, for the BMI, I think for the body mass index, okay, height and weight is used. Okay, the minimum required height for boys is 1.68, while for girls is 1.15 meters. Am I right with this? Okay, I think so. But you please confirm. Dental examination. Yeah, your stage, this stage where your teeth will be examined to see if they are faulty or properly arranged. If you have bad dentition or your teeth is decaying, those are things that might disqualify you. Or you are using braces. So some kind of funny, or you're having medical issues with your teeth, you may get disqualified. So make tests concerning this. Then also your eye tests. Yes, the eye will be also checked for color blindness, long-sightedness, and short-sightedness. So they come with, how they do the test is they come with certain placards, medical placards, with certain numbers or figures written on it. They tell you to announce it. They can say you should cover one eye. What's that? They will tell you what's that in the front. Pronounce it. So you should cover the other eye, and the lights you cover the alphabet. So make sure you do this correctly. Call out the alphabet correctly. Don't let fear to preview and be sure of what you are saying. So another point is the main physical medical checkup. Here you will be undressed completely, and your genitals will be checked. For boys, even for ladies, they will check it. Maybe a medical doctor will be assigned to you, a female medical doctor. For the male, a male medical doctor will check your balls, your private parts, to see if there are any abnormalities. So things that we can't see when you are on your clothes, they will see it. So that's the military culture. So don't be shocked. They are trying to own you, so they need to know everything about you. Make sure you're not hiding anything. So things like flat feet, pile, bow leg, knock knee, surgical scars, marks, and scars from maybe accidents and this thing, and any other abnormalities in your body will be checked. And if they see that you are found wanting, you'll be disqualified. Any little error can disqualify you. Another one is the electrocardiogram, where they check the place of electrical wires on your chest, legs, and hand to the heart. So they read your heart rate and to see if it's normal, or to detect any hole in the heart and likes. So the test is very critical and it's hardly tampered with. The blood and urine test. Remember I told you earlier to shun drugs, alcohol, and drink plenty of water. So yeah, this is where to be detected. So a sample of your blood and your urine will be collected for laboratory testing. This is a test for your blood group, hepatitis B, your genotype, your HIV status, sugar level, your drug abuse status, whether you're a smoker or a drug addict or any other blood-related disease that is endemic out to your military career. So X-ray is the next. This one, your chest and your bone will be examined to determine if they are in proper condition and you are able to breathe. So make sure there are no fractures in your chest region. So, and please remember not to cover serious medical injury, or maybe you are trying to be smart about it, or you are trying to collide with some certain set of medical personnel to wipe out your medical records. You know, this is Nigeria. A lot of funny stuff happen. If you try it and it happens that it's a serious medical defect to bypass and you try to outsmart them, it is very harmful for your military career. You might even die in the training process because of the training process is very strenuous. So they know what they are doing when they are testing you. So please try to be honest with the system. Part 3 is train responsibly. Yes, it is recommended to engage in physical exercise immediately after writing your entrance exam, not even when you've seen your name on the list. From the day you finish EE and JAM, start training, do exercise such as push-ups, sit-ups, and pull-ups. Especially if you are someone that you are accustomed to too much comfort, your life is sedentary, so or you are someone in bad shape. So get out of your comfort zone, get a running app or workout app, train for a 3.2 kilometer race, which you eventually run at the academy. Run at least 3 times a week and train every day. If you can afford it or you live close to NYC orientation camp, you can use the obstacle course to train ahead of the AFSB individual and group obstacle course. Learn to complete routines on time basis with your stopwatch. You know, it's even advisable you get a G-Shock watch. You eventually need it to time yourself on. So as you train, please be responsible about it. Don't overtrain or don't train stupidly that you get injured. Avoid playing football and any other sport that might cause you injury days before AFSB. Little things matter at AFSB, so don't get disqualified for little issues that can be avoided and prevented. Number 4 is you get all required documents. Yes, this one, immediately you see your name on the list, bam, start running this race. Emphasis on all, get all your required documents. So typically, you know, as it is in all RC, these are what NDA require from candidates. The candidate must provide along their original copies, 2 photocopy each of the following documents: A, original JAM result slip of the year which you apply for; B, acknowledgement from an NDA screening test admission card; C, the academic certificate, statement of result, testimonial for primary and secondary school, junior and senior. Your white result must be original. Emphasis on original, because you can be disqualified for bringing just notification of result instead of the original results. So don't forget, NDA doesn't accept awaiting results. So if you are someone that did the awaiting results, you are already out of the game. And please don't try to be smart by bringing false certificates. It's amazing, almost every RC week to see NDA arresting candidates right on the spot at AFSB, put them on handcuff and put them at the guard room and then hand them over to the police for interrogation. Why will you? Why will you even have the gut to forge certificate for the military? Please don't try to forge any certificate and come. That audacity is not welcome. You pay dearly for it. So another one is the birth or declaration of age certificates, preferably the birth certificates. Another one is a letter of attestation of state and local government indigenship duly signed by the SSG or chairman of local government, as the case may be, depending on the one you have access to. Some go for the local government. Or certification obtained from a military officer from your state who must be of the rank of the lieutenant colonel and above or equivalent in the Nigerian Navy Air Force may be used in place of local government indigenship certificate if you don't have. But most times, most people have access to local government indigenship certificate rather than the one from a military personnel. Not everybody have access to a military personnel. Not everybody is related to a military personnel that is from their state with such certificates. So for that attestation of indigenous certificate, you can go to your state licensing center, either in your state of origin or in the state where you reside. There will be definitely your own state on there. What I'm saying is, for instance, let's say I'm living in Lagos and I need this, my Osun State indigenship letters attestation signed. What will I do? I will go to the licensing center. The licensing center is at GRA in Ikeja there, and I will demand for it, and they will sign on it. So, as for the military own, so the officer must indicate formation unit, appointment, contact address, phone number, and email. The officer must also have fixed formation unit stamp and sign. So, that's it for the military. If you are related to a military member that can help you find an officer that is from your state of such level, you should do so. Or if you are brave enough to even enter the barracks to ask for one, you might see. That's if you are brave enough. If you're not existing one. Letter of consent from parent or guardian. This is more like your death warrant. Just joking, but actually it's the reality in case something goes south or not. You download it from the NDA portal where your parent consent to NDA terms of training, whereby they don't push for legal charges in case if you die in training and the likes. So I think you should know that before even applying. Also, a non-refundable fee of 2,005 each for verification confirmation of results at Wire Connect. If you are using combined results, you are paying 2,500 2 times. If it's one result, 2,500 for you. Scratch card for Wire Connect results for online confirmation of results. This even varies. There are some RCs whereby they don't even collect the 2,500. They just collect scratch card if you have access to it, or your original WAEC ID card to do that. But it depends on the RC. But I'm just telling you what NDA will require you to bring. 4 recent colored passport photograph. Then the second copy of the postcard photograph that was presented during your entrance exam. You are asked to submit to, where you wrote your name, center, and the listing at the back of the postcard photograph. So please bring all these materials. all this stuff mentioned here. Not bringing any of it can get you disqualified. Say little things disqualify people at the AFSB, and they are hell bent on reducing the crowd because the crowd are too much for what the Nigerian military can take into its officers' corps right now. So they use the EE and JAM to screen out some people first. Now you are here at the FSB. Definitely some have gone home at credentials, so they want to use medical and also credentials to put people out. So please, little stuff matters. Other stuff to bring, yes, writing material, 3 blue shorts and 3 white round neck t-shirts. Advisable you buy less thick white round neck tees for easy wash, yes, because by the time you wash it after the day activities, when you're already dirty, by the time you wash it, you wake up around 3, or you do laundry by 12 hours before you sleep, before light out. By the time before you wake up, your clothes is not dry, so get white tees that are not really thick like that, then you should reserve an extra thick one for the day of meeting the board chairman. So that's the day gone that you can use that one. Well, and if you are someone that can get used to it, don't worry, get thick one. This is just an advice. So blue shorts, otherwise known as salala, from tailor. So it should be long enough to reach, stop at the knee region. Although you see some candidates coming in with Chelsea and Jersey shorts, it's not what NDA call for, but there are some people who wear it and we don't do anything about it. So, but just come with what the NDA says should come with, please. The military is more focused on people who obey orders. God knows what they might use to eliminate some people, so please be careful. So a pair of white canvas shoes, yes, and 3 pairs of white socks. Yes, another advice, you should get cheap rubber white shoes. Yes, there's this cheap rubber white shoes they sell in the market. Don't buy all these fancy thick one, because by the time you wash them at night, they won't get dry. And you are wearing a wet shoe in the morning again. Imagine before 12 o'clock, you look so dirty again. So, and also to wash it for drying up. So please take note of that. Also, trust me, bring extra money because you'll be needing them a lot for emergencies. So kindly to forget certain documents at home and you have to call parents and the likes. Please, can you help me do this and that? So, but definitely I won't advise you if someone is having issues like that. Please get all your documents intact and everything ready. Please, you are only allowed to be paranoid at home. Oh, is something missing? Which book is missing? Which document? What is not yet in the box? But by the time you get to India and worrying over little things like that, your BP is getting higher and you are unintentionally preparing yourself for some eviction in case your BP is high. Please, like a lot of candidates, their BP are always high at India. The weather condition is unpredictable, might be hot, might be cold, and the likes. Those people are coming to the north for the first time. Also, come with toiletries, yes, especially for the ladies. Then number six issue is the issue avoid sex. Yes, although this advice looks funny, not compulsory follow it. But just listen. Weeks before AFSB, shun is completely. For the ladies in marriage, not in pregnancy for you and STDs. If you are pregnant, you are not going anywhere. You get disqualified. There are many female candidates where they are disqualified for medical condition. They say they are pregnant, but they can't tell anybody. I don't tell anybody. So please, and for the guys, go of issue of sexually transmitted disease, please stop it. Even masturbation, you say we should stop it, because I've heard of candidates misqualified for this condition of their manhood when they were screening them. It's funny though, but that's the AFSB for you. Little things matters. Number 7, very, very important, get a mentor. As the popular saying goes, you are a few people away from place of destiny. Get acquainted with people who have tried the process before, such as cadets, candidates, officers, retired personnel, etc. Please beg them with all your life. These people, beg them so they can mentor you, they can put you through the process, advise you on loopholes to avoid the screening process. And when I mean get mentors, I do not mean you should fall for these cheap online scammers promising you some form of assistance to get ND admission. There are a lot of scammers like that on Facebook, WhatsApp, and YouTube. If you fall for them, you get scammed badly, and there's nothing you can do about it. So please, nobody will promise you an ND admission if you pay certain money. They will just want to scam you big time. Please get mentors so you can be oriented. You can be oriented about what you are going into, and they can show you, okay, these are certain things they did that make them successful during their own time. Also, get familiar with your area of specialization, your course of study, the armed service you picked, the academy itself in the Nigerian military, and the state of the nation. It's something you should make thorough findings about. Start reading about current affairs, try and know what's going on around the world, study much about your states, know the name of governors in Nigeria, and also solve some basic mathematics problems such as LC, FHC, certification, factorization. All this depends on your course that you are studying, really. So this will really help in your aptitude tests, and also for those applying for engineering, computer science, physics, mathematics. Solve a lot of basic mathematical problems, because you'll be solving the same math problem while facing the board chairman. So just be conversant with vital trends related to you. You never know where questions might come from. Number 9, make traveling and living arrangements ahead. Which mode of transportation are you using? Make plans for it. Avoid the use of train at the moment. Even buses you should be using. Make sure you are arriving days before. Although some that are rich and they can afford it, they opt into using plane as means of transportation. So ensure you arrive days or a day before AFSB so you can get ample time to rest. Do not travel to Kaduna on the same day, even if you are using air transportation. Most candidates travel to the academy on the same day that they are meant to report, and they end up arriving in stress, and they get surprised when their BP gets high due to the issue of, hey, what are you doing there? Run, double up, where's the document, blah blah blah, and the likes you will face when you report at the academy. So lodge at safe hotel or sleep in nearby barracks if you have a relation there. So just try to be comfortable and relaxed, no tension. Remember, I told you you're only allowed to be paranoid back at home while preparing and checking and gathering on your document and traveling stuff. But the moment you get to Kaduna, your health won't give you that luxury of being paranoid. So sort yourself out before traveling. Don't get paranoid at Kaduna. Get paranoid before you travel and likes, oh, what am I missing out? Don't get Kaduna and at the end of the day you forgot the certificate, you forgot your best certificate, you forgot your WAEC, and you're calling home to send it to you. Number 10, okay? Obey, pray, and hope for the best. Now, at this stage, you assume that you've done all your best. You are now at the Nigerian Defence Academy for the Armed Forces Selection Board interview. Congratulations, you made it this far. Obey all instructions from the officers, soldiers, and the likes. If by chance you might get in contact with some officer cadets while they are marching or they are passing by, please avoid clashes with them. Get screened physically, intellectually, medically, and be full of joy no matter the outcome of the process. Although you will meet a lot of wonders, you meet a lot of things that will leave you at wonder in the academy. That's why it is called the Academy of Wonders. So you will know the reason why they call Academy of Wonders. You meet a lot of wonders. So be nice to your fellow candidates and village men. That's people from the same state with you. You never know who's sitting next to you. Sitting among your ex-boys, NMS boys, S-Cham, S-Jack, serving military personnel, children of senior military officers, people from all walk of life. If eventually you make it to the final stage, you'll be shorted to go home. The final stage is where you eventually meet the board chairman, do the interview, and then you are dismissed. You ready to go home and wait for some weeks, during which you finally to be published, determining your success or failure. Pray to God and hope for the best. And eventually, I wish you good success. So please, these are things you should have in mind. Prepare for them. There are things that can be avoided. Prepare well for it. AFSB experience very year to year, but with this, at least you should have, at least for those who are trying for the first time, who have no idea of what they are facing, this should equip you for success. Wish you best of luck. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Use the share button and subscribe, please. I remain AFSB Michael. See you some other time. Thank you for watching.